I've been tracking Dubai's price to yield ratio across 12 communities since 2022. The last time the yield curve moved like this was right before the 2020 to 2024 run-up. You couldn't find a business bay 2-bedroom under 1.3 million dirhams. And I'm not calling it a repeat, but when the yield math changes this fast, you want to understand exactly what changed. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly what changed, which areas are affected, by how much, and whether a specific property is a better buy today than it was 90 days ago. Concrete numbers, real yield maths, no vague advice. Let's start with what actually happened. For 4 years, Dubai prices went in one direction. Post-COVID boom, export demand, golden visa buyers, prices across the board increased. Prices in Business Bay and JLT went up by 35 to 45% between 2020 and 2024. Then Q1 2026 happened. Not a crash, not even close, but the first meaningful price softening since the pandemic. The areas affected established mid-market communities such as Business Bay, Jumeirah Lake Towers, some DIFC adjacent zones as well. Not Palm, not Dubai Hills Premium, and notably not off-plan. Off-plan pricing held firm. This is a ready property story. And the interesting part isn't the price drop. It's what the price drop did to the yield. Here's where it gets interesting. While prices softened, rents didn't. Not so soon actually. So Q1 2026 data showed more renewals, fewer cancellations, and higher demand overall, which means the yield maths just changed. Let me give you the exact numbers. A 2-bedroom in Business Bay 12 months ago, asking price was around 1.8 million dirhams with an annual rent of 120,000, giving you a gross yield of 6.7%. Same apartment today, about 1.65 million, same rent, similar rent, 120,000, gross yield 7.3%. That's 150,000 lower entry cost and 9,900 dirhams more income per year per million invested. So you're paying less, you're earning more per dirham, and the tenant demand is stronger than last year. This is not a crisis signal. That's a recalibration. And there are two types of buyers who should be very interested right now. Not every area corrected. So who does this help? If you are a yield-focused investor, Business Bay, JLT, Marina are your starting points. Look for ready 2-bedroom properties. Look for ready 2-bedroom properties between 1.5 million to 2.3 million, 2.5 million. Check the service charges before anything else. 120,000 in rent means nothing if the service charges are about 30,000, which we've seen in certain buildings. If you're a first-time buyer, the sub 750 market in areas like Arjan, JVC, Versan is less affected by this correction. A quality 1-bedroom in JVC is still around 900 to 1.2 million. Annual rent is above 75,000. Yield is crossing somewhere around the 8% mark. That's the entry-level Dubai real estate, outperforming most of London and most of the world actually. Here's what I'd actually do right now. First thing, run the yield calculation on every property you are viewing. Purchase price divided by annual rent times 100, that's your gross yield. Second thing, ask for 3 years of service charge history. Buildings with stable management hold their value. Buildings with rising service charges don't. Third thing, get two valuations from agents who aren't the seller's agents. The gap between the listed price and the independent valuation is your negotiation floor right now. So the catch, one thing to keep in mind, the softening isn't uniform. Some buildings in Business Bay have corrected, others in the same vicinity haven't moved. Tower level due diligence matters more than ever. Buildings with high short-term rental exposures are more vulnerable to further price movements. If tourist demand dips, obviously they will be affected more. If you're buying for the long-term yield, look for buildings with documented long-term tenants. Ask the agent one question. What's the average tenancy length here? If the answer is under 12 months, that building has short-term rental exposure. It's not bad, it's a different risk profile. The opportunity here is real. The numbers are good. Just make sure you're buying the right product. If you want to go deeper, I've put together a yield calculator in the description. Gross yield, net yield, after service charges, and mortgage adjusted cash yields. If you want to know exactly which properties are offering the best yield per dirham right now, subscribe. I break this down every week, sometimes 2 times a week as well. And the one thing to take away today is Dubai prices didn't drop, your entry point improved.